The SEC said ADA is a security, and everything went berserk. It's safe to say that June was a roller coaster month as Cardano investors were stuck with their phones monitoring updates closely, in anticipation of the turnout of the SEC's lawsuit against Binance and Coinbase, which by extension implicated ADA. At the end of the day, we didn't have the best story to tell. Things went down, but now they're about to go back up. The pullback was in fact for a reason. According to an interview conducted by the Financial Times reporter Scott Chipolina with CEO Brian Armstrong, Coinbase, the United States' leading cryptocurrency exchange, may be required to delist 13 digital tokens, including Cardano, as a result of a lawsuit filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Remember that the exchange came under fire with the SEC in June, together with Binance. The SEC case alleged that these tokens, which form a small fraction of the 240 assets available on the platform, are unregistered securities. Brian Armstrong described the delisting of ADA and other tokens as the worst-case scenario, but downplayed the potential impact of such a move, unveiling that their delisting would not pose a substantial loss of revenue or present an existential crisis for the company. As reported, Input Output Global, the developer behind the Cardano blockchain, has firmly rejected the SEC's assertion that Cardano's new token, ADA, should be classified as a security. Even the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, stepped up and addressed the situation. Coinbase filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, citing the recent decision in the Ripple case to bolster its case against the SEC, but it might end up delisting ADA and the other tokens labeled as securities. The Coinbase CEO dismissed the idea that Coinbase could relocate to more crypto-friendly countries amid ongoing regulatory scrutiny in the US, in contradiction to recent speculation spurred by the firm's procurement of a license in Bermuda. This clarity came after reports about the firm's acquisition of a Bermuda license. Armstrong emphasized that Coinbase has no backup plan for relocating its operations and is committed to staying in the US, with its international license serving as a strategy for global expansion rather than a contingency against domestic regulatory challenges. SEC Chair Gary Gensler previously characterized the crypto market as being rife with non-compliance. In 2022, the exchange's US revenue was nearly $2.7 billion, pulling back its international earnings just over $500 million. Armstrong reassured listeners that even in the event of a loss in the SEC lawsuit, Coinbase would remain a prominent player in the American cryptocurrency industry. This pullback was for a reason. It's the same for Cardano ADA. But let's talk about Gary Gensler. He's gotten a thing for crypto, and unfortunately it's not a good one. He'll have no fury like Gary Gensler scorned. According to Gary, every coin that is not Bitcoin is a security, and this notion caught the attention of entrepreneur and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, who stirred the cryptocurrency debate by challenging SEC chairman's regulatory stance on digital assets. Cuban took to Twitter, questioning Gensler's consistent categorization of token holders as investors, a term he implies may not be applied across the board. He underscores the essence of differentiating between tokens that are actively enhancing, supporting, and promoting their platforms from those that are not. Also, the entrepreneur pointed out the nuanced nature of cryptocurrencies and their potential for decentralized governance, a factor that the currency regulatory environment may overlook. The billionaire entrepreneur also touched on the topic of declining investments in the crypto market over the past year. He suggested this decline might suggest that many tokens are no longer being actively supported or promoted, and therefore may not align with the Howey test criteria to be classified as investment contracts. His comments hint at a potential regulatory oversight that could choke innovation and dampen the crypto ecosystem. As a result, the backdrop to Cuban's questioning was the recent speculation around a potential appeal in the Ripple case. Per reports, Gensler had subtly hinted that the commission was considering its options. To warn potential investors, Gensler repeatedly acknowledged the speculative nature of the cryptocurrency market, stressing that many cryptocurrencies could be classified as securities. Now to Cardano. How can a smart contract platform get over this pullback season and amass gains? Well, Cardano is doing well. There are so many factors that are capable of fueling its survival. Decentralized finance has been on a steady rise. There have been a massive surge since the beginning of the year, stressing the traction picked up by Cardano investors as more functional smart contracts make their way to the protocol. The TVL, which topped its all-time high, is proof of the functionality of different decentralized applications on Cardano, which are notably attracted to investors. The growth in Cardano's DeFi TVL shows that this aspect of the protocol is now more bullish than ever. But the problem that has lingered in the Cardano network is that the impact is not felt in this price action. This weakness has somehow validated the claim that Cardano is a quote-unquote ghost chain. For many observers who had decided to be frank with issues concerning the protocol, Cardano lags behind its peers in the most crucial aspect that reinforces a protocol's growth momentum. While it boasts exponential growth in its ADA deposits over the past few months, other cryptocurrencies have definitely seen greater gains. The comparison based on the native token deposits revealed that Cardano is a relatively better performer regardless of the monetary proof of this dominance not being reflective. The measures to grow its ecosystem have been deepened by Charles Hoskinson and other core developers working on the blockchain network. With a significant distinction and innovation as one of its watchwords, Cardano is notably eyeing a top spot as one of the biggest DeFi hubs. Despite the efforts and notable updates about the ecosystem, critics are unrelenting in their resolve to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt about the blockchain. So far, Charles Hoskinson has been stepping up to counter the FUD with simple facts. Responding to a recent Twitter chat stemming from a YouTube video that alleged Cardano DeFi has no total value locked and that institutions were not interested in the protocol, Hoskinson said that there is a lot of noise in the crypto ecosystem. The vocal Cardano founder noted that community members should look out for a positive signal and reiterated that the protocol and its ecosystem is getting real adoption and growing as an ecosystem under the harshest conditions our industry knows. He tweeted, "Lots of noise in crypto, look for the signal. Cardano is getting real adoption and growing as an ecosystem under the harshest conditions our industry knows. Like Bitcoin, this is being done in a completely decentralized way." Also, Charles Hoskinson likened the developmental effects of Cardano to those of Bitcoin. According to him, the Cardano blockchain is driving its innovation in a completely decentralized manner, like Bitcoin, an intentional jab at critics who may think otherwise. The comment from the Cardano founder complements that from Chris O, a crypto member shared a snapshot of Cardano's TVO in comparison with that of other blockchains. While the source of the screenshot remains unverified, it did depict Cardano leading other chains in TVO growth by a mile. If Cardano ADA does survive this season, it would be for the benefit of us all. In a way, Cardano ADA is weird, right? Normally when a network is recording various achievements as it has, it is reflected in the price of its native token as a rally. Unfortunately, there has been no such performance from ADA and has been shredding its gains since June. Thinking deeply, the problem may not be from ADA, it might stem from the fact that crypto market might have just reversed into another bear market trend. As a result, the broader market has been following the movement of Bitcoin, which has refused to climb above $30,000. But there is still hope, because given Cardano's developments, if the market were to resume its rally, then ADA may emerge as one of the best performers. This would be from the positive sentiment surrounding the token due to its significant achievements. Moreover, a deep learning algorithm has predicted that the ADA coin price still has enough room to recover, perhaps even hitting the price of 50 cents by September of 2023. The NeuroProfit's PyTorch-based prediction algorithm that relies on an open-source machine learning framework recently projected that ADA would hit 51 cents in the next month, an increase of 73% from its current price. Although the above model, which covers the period between January 1st and December 31st of 2023, cannot be considered an accurate indicator of future prices, and should not be taken as such. Its predictions have historically proven to be relatively correct. Nevertheless, the Cardano blockchain has not stopped building, and more goodies are expected to come on board. It's still a long ride, and we still have the peak to reach. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.